Let's jump into the making of this
Hey
scrapbook.
guys, welcome to Say Hey to Art. So this is finally the tutorial for the scrapbook I recently posted. So it started with a lot of cutting, sizing, templating, and now almost 6 hours of calligraphy in a few minutes for you. So a lot of compositions I did, all these quotes were selected by the client. He wanted each quote, 41 quotes, to be written inside this scrapbook with like utmost care, and every quote had a place in it. So 41 quotes for the 41st birthday. So this is what I did. And a few hours later, so I mixed up browns, whites, and yellows, as the choice of the receiver was yellow. So I had to make a palette which was, subtle and happy at the same time. So I added a little bit of fun, like words around it. Then some quotes were really, really heartfelt. I always love making gifts that people write for their friends and family. So now I started setting up the layout along with what I was writing, so that, because sometimes you just get a day to do all this, and it becomes almost an impossible task if you're not organized. So being organized with the scrapbooking is, I think, the key to completing it on time. And now that's too much of calligraphy after a lot of hand pain. Now I had to use a little bit of support with my wrist to write the rest of it. And now almost at completion of the quotes. So now the thing about scrapbooking is, if you are sure-footed with your layouts, it really helps. And honestly, that just comes with experience and handling bigger and bigger projects. The more projects you handle in calligraphy, the better you become at organizing a lot of things, like a lot of them. So, and especially when you're working on a project which has a deadline, meaning you can't afford to go wrong there. So now, after a rough layouting, I started sticking everything so that it's permanent, and layouting was complete. Now, all I was left with was actually organizing it in the main scrapbook. So just see the, you remember the initial yellow pages that we made. So now I am sticking everything in that centered. And yeah, so those were almost 16 layouts with a cover and all. So I had completely forgotten that I also had to make a cover. And yeah, so finally I started doing that. Here it is. So the birthday girl really loved lilies as per the gifter. So I had to make a composition out of lilies. So I made a flower pot which was composed with a lot of lilies coming out of it. And I used a new scissor in this project. It's called Gemzy. It's a Indian brand scissor called Butterfly, and oh my god, it is so good. It is so good. Like, I haven't used a better scissor yet. It is, I think, at par with my Fiscus that I've been using forever. And here is the final scrapbook. So just going through it once so that I can check if I missed anything. So after finalizing all the calligraphy, all the elements, now it was also time to compose all the pictures. So let's see what he has sent. Meanwhile, let me just go through it once properly before I actually start putting up the photographs. So if you see these blank spaces that I've left, these are usually spaces that I leave for some additional elements, pictures, or sometimes, some extra doodles. It could be anything. Scrapbooking is just about not being enough because it contains so many precious memories and feelings and whatnot. So that's why I've always loved doing it also. And yeah, I found these empty spaces which I wanted to add some elements to, and there is washi tapes in the center, and now the final album with the pictures in it. So check it out. Do let me know in the comments, how did you find it? Did you like it? Would you like to add some suggestions? Or if you would also like to learn how to do some scrapbooking and we can do a scrapbooking project together. So this is the final back cover and the back side of the scrapbook. This did not end. This was almost 8 hours of continuous work, and there you go. I hope you had fun.